Good morning, Summer Ripping Clan.
Summer Rippers,
iSurf Tribe. We are getting ready to do another workout. Tua's gonna sweep, get it ready. He likes to have a nice clean place with all the leaves swept up. I would just start doing sit-ups right on top of the leaves. And I wanna say thank you to everybody that put an email in from the last video that I did, which I talked about the retreat that Atua and I wanna put together and host. It is not guaranteed yet, but we will release details. But at the end of the last video, at the end of 15 minutes, I basically said, hey, if you guys are interested in being invited, the first to know about it, put your email in. So that means that you had to watch the whole video all the way to the end. And I did that for a reason, because I know that people that are watching our videos all the way to the end are probably most likely to be interested in something like that. However, I'm telling you guys now at the beginning of the video, if you want to be invited to this retreat that we are thinking about doing, I will talk more about it in detail in the next couple of days, because I haven't quite decided exactly how it's going to go, but I have a pretty good idea since we did run a surf camp for 8 years. But this is different. This is something we do once or twice a year, so we throw 150% into it. When you're doing surf camps every single week, you know, it's like just a job, this and that. If I'm gonna do a surf camp retreat type of thing, it's not gonna just be a surf camp. It's gonna be a life-changing event. That's how I like to think of it. And that's basically the only reason why I would want to do it at this point. Anyhow, go to isurftribe.com only if you would want to be interested in being invited. If it's not something that would interest you, don't put your email in there, because it's only going to be about that. isurftribe.com, pop your email in and we will let you know. All right, so I think Atua is planning on what, maybe going skating later on today?
that's the plan.
So instead of surfing, skating, take a little break. Remember how we said that this program isn't just for surfers? Well, that's a good example. Okay, so here's today's workout. Like I said, we like to do workouts in about 20 minutes. So we're gonna start off with stretching, endo board, 5 minutes. Atua's gonna be on the endo board, I'll be on the stretch for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna switch. As soon as we're done that, that's our warm up. We're gonna do this. We're going to do 6 sets, that's it, 6 sets, and it's gonna go like this. We're gonna use the tap of the timer. It's gonna go 1 minute, and then it's gonna give us 5 seconds to change, and then it's gonna go beep, and then it's gonna start. So it's gonna be a 12-minute workout. So basically it's gonna be 1 minute where we're doing some sort of ab exercise, whether it be whatever you want it to be. It could be crunches, it could be sit-ups. You're gonna do as many as you can in 1 minute. Then you can hear the beep, and you're gonna flip over. And we're gonna either hold like this, or we're gonna do these, Superman, or we're gonna do these. The idea is to really work on the lower back, the surfing muscles. Beep. Flip over, change up the ab exercise, whatever it is that you want to do. Another option is you could do a Mason twist, or you go like this. You can do in and outs like this. I'll leave that up to you, but that's it.
Warm up.
We're going to show you the first 2 minutes so you see how it works, and then you just have to repeat that 6 times. You ready? battery just ran out at the end of that cycle. So basically same thing, 5 more times. So the great thing about this kind of thing is you can go at your own level. You know, if you want to be harder, you do harder ab exercises, you move faster. You get as many as you can in 1 minute, or you slow it down, ease into it. Great little workout that you can do, and all you need is a mat.
As I tried to go from sitting to a handstand. I know I can do it, but I'm still working on it. Just give it a shot. Give one more shot.
Not sure what you're gonna do, but let's see it. Oh, nice! A little bit more. The end of the 12 weeks. For sure, mate. Interesting fact that maybe none of you guys know is a long time ago, about 15, 16, 17 years ago, maybe more, I worked as a personal trainer at 24 Hour Fitness for almost 2 years. So this kind of stuff is pretty natural to me. Today's Thursday, and we got a few more days, and that'll wrap up week number 2. So did you guys start yet? How many of you guys have jumped in? How many of you guys are like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna join you guys soon? As soon as this video's over.
I'm almost ready.
I'm almost ready. I'm working up the motivation to start thinking about it. No, you know what? At the end of this video, go do a quick 20-minute workout. Just keep it simple, just start. The main thing is you gotta get started. And once you get started and you get into it a few days, it becomes a routine, and then you watch our videos, you get motivated, you wanna do more. So I want you guys to get started, because I don't want you to miss out. I want you to get to the end of this 12 weeks and you'll be like, I'm so glad that I started this thing and I did it and I finished it. Nothing like that feeling of accomplishment when you set a goal and you finish it. Do it. You just have to do it, bro. Yeah, I know.
But like,
everybody's trying to be a motivator, this and that, but you know, just follow along, that's all, at your own speed. What's happening to it? What are you up to?
well, the other day I went skating with the skateboard that I've been using for the past many years. It's been a while since I was much smaller. And then one of the skaters there, he's like, here dude, try my board. And then because his board is was a bit wider and longer, it's like an 8.25, and this one's like a 7.5 or 7.75 or whatever it is, but it's much smaller. I tried his board, and then all the tricks felt much easier, like axle stalls, like rock to fakies, rock and rolls, everything felt easier. And he says probably because like this board is just too small, so like my feet have to be closer together and like half of my foot's hanging off.
You mean because you've grown a foot since you bought that skateboard?
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe that has something to do with it?
So then this was actually my dad's board, but it's
your dad's board, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's just been sitting around and like the bearings were all.
Did you ask your dad if you could take his board?
Well, it's been
Or
sitting
did
in
you
the
just
bodega.
or did you just
It's in
assume?
the bodega for like 5 years untouched, so. Anyways, the bearings didn't even work, so I'm taking the ones off of my board and I'm going to put them on this one, because this board's a bit wider, so.
Yeah.
You're free. Go for it.
Front side finger.
What's up, YouTube? Enjoy your life? Nice. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh!
What's up, everybody? So I am hanging out outside, listening to a podcast. Not surfing, usually I surf the sunset, but I have an ear infection that started to show up a few days ago. I don't know why, I've gotten like 2 to 3 ear infections since this year. And I have this solution that I put in my ear, and if I don't use it, the ear infection can come along. I don't know, maybe there's wax buildup or something. I should probably go have it looked at. Anyhow, I think it'll be clearing up in a day or two and I'll get back to surfing. But what I'm doing is I'm hanging out, listening to an Audible book, and I highly recommend that, you know, if you're able to, get a hold of an Audible account, and you can download books, you can get on a program, and you can start learning stuff or doing things to improve your mindset. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to spend less time consuming mindless content and more time consuming, like, you know, podcasts and Audible books of, you know, really good writers, or of things that are basically self-help, self-improvement, or things that I want to learn, instead of just kind of watching pointless nonsense, which, well, so many of us do. We can't help it, but I think you get a lot more out of life when you basically work on yourself in that way. And they always say invest in yourself, invest in your education. Okay, so audible.com, you can just download the app, get it on your mobile, and just start listening to books. You know, 1 book a month, 2 books a month. It's pretty cheap, and you can multitask. You can do multiple things. And aside from that, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the sunset, listen to my podcast, and we'll see you tomorrow. Pura vida and aloha.